I think it absurd that we ever actually lost the capacity, which we have, I'm afraid, to teach cooking and cooking skills. It got lost somehow in the whole sort of, if I may use the pun, gobbling up of home economics into food and technology faculties.
I started as a food technology teacher, so I actually was not very popular with the home economists. But I always saw the necessity for children to be actually cooking.
I'm doing a chicken risotto. I have to be careful about not burning the chicken. I've used olive oil, so that just gives it more of a flavour.
I just think the normal onions taste a bit boring, so these have got more flavour. I'm just scared of cutting my fingers, but it's better if they're smaller, which I've mucked up a bit.
Lower. No, don't throw it in, Christopher. If you want to, use that.
All right.
Just dip that in. OK? Lower it in. That's better. I don't think there's anything wrong in letting the children experiment with flavours. Yes, there's something wrong with letting them experiment with ratios, proportions, things like that. There are certain things that have got to stay, but they need to enjoy what they're doing. They need to enjoy the outcome, and most of all, they need to want to do it again. These should have been on before you started to cook your sauce, okay, so that we're ready together.
Yeah, the pressure's really hot because I'm a little bit behind here, so I need to have it all at the same time. I mean, I can handle it, I think.
All right, boys. Look at the time, please. 25 to. We're aiming for 10 o'clock.
I've just added the mushrooms to this, and as you can see, the onion's already gone soft. And the rice is absorbing the water, so it's going bigger. You keep adding stock a bit at a time, but so that you don't drown it, you've got to wait until it's absorbed most of it.
Lots of different dishes, lots of ideas. I particularly like the tempura one, although it's a bit hazardous. Shepherd's pie, got his timing wrong, but we'll get there.
You have to be careful that it doesn't spit on your hands if you drop it in too high, because it burns quite a bit, like that. And begin to turn them over so the batter gets done on both sides.
Are you having trouble?
A little bit.
Take the skin off before you put it in the garlic crush. Now squeeze it over there, and you should get. Have you got that one?
The eggs are around the opposite way.
Oh, they're around the opposite way. You put it round the wrong way. No wonder it wasn't working. There you go. I think it's very important that students learn to talk to each other. They spend a lot of time in the playground screaming at each other. They don't discuss, but they have the opportunity to discuss and learn from what other people think about their food.
It's quite, I don't know. It tastes a bit like seaweed. Well, the outside tastes like seaweed.
It tastes really creamy and cheesy because I added the parmesan to it at the end.
It's got a weak aroma and quite a crunchy texture.
It's got a herby flavour because of the basil and also the tomato. If I was to develop it, I'd probably add some more vegetables like sweet corn and maybe carrots.
I'm going to take this home and give it to my family and see what they think of it. Biggest critics.
The food, I get the sneaky suspicion here, it's lucky if it gets home, it gets eaten. And to be perfectly honest with Year 9 students, if they're making a meal, then I would encourage them to eat it in school if that's what they wanted to do. Oh, he's eating the lot out of the bowl. So much. What one? Who wants a hairband? They do all learn in different ways, and that's the ethos of the school, is that the girls and the boys will succeed in their own way. Lots of instructions, off you go.
I just like mixing together the butter with the yeast and the flour to like get it all together, all mixed together. It feels like soft. It takes about 10 minutes and then you've got to add water to it as you're doing it.
Get that together in a ball.
It's a bit,
Yes, it is. All those bits will go from here.
Is this?
Pull, fold, push. Now, don't put any more flour on that worktop, otherwise it will go all dry. Okay, then going to be vigorous. As you're being vigorous, kneading, that's going to come up into there. Okay, and I hope your hands are clean. Go on. Go on, it's me telling you off. Go on.
Go on, Chelsea.
Go on.
Harder.
That's it, harder.
Daisy with it. So that's my hair.
Do we need this? Giggle, giggle, giggle. Kelly Marie, take that over there. Alright, the whole tray over there. That's girls, I think part of their problem in the lesson is the fact that that's only the second time they've cooked since probably year 8. Rescued! Almost as soft as a baby's bottom. So they're revisiting skills and they're relearning how the room works.
I'm spreading the tomato puree all along this. And then I'm going to put my onions and herbs on next.
Do it over the sink.
I've got mozzarella cheese. So I'm going to cut it up and then I'm going to put it on top of the pizza.
That's it. Right, in there.
Miss mine's done.
Is it?
Yeah.
I can't fault it. It looks great. Well done. It's too easy to say, I don't like this, I don't like that. Whereas at the end of a lesson, if we're actually evaluating, we can talk meaningfully about the food that we actually have cooked.
It's got a bit of basil leaves, finely chopped, and like only a little bit of tomato puree and lots of mozzarella.
Why should we be trying to include a bit of fruit or vegetable?
Healthiness.
In what way?
Because it's so quite fatty.
Pizza can be very fatty, but what's the government saying about 5 a day?
It very much sits with the philosophy of this school, which wants those academic certificates with the high letter grades on them, of course, but we've always put ourselves forward to the community we serve as a school that's much more interested in educating the whole person, that's actually looking to serve the whole community, be inclusive and engage with practical skills wherever we can.
This class has only done 2 cooking lessons so far, so we have learned the basic skills of using a knife and a chopping board and hygiene, and that's what we've done so far. So they have progressed quite a lot in 2 lessons.
I'm starting to put like all the ham onto the pizza, so it looks nice and tastes nice as well. I've started to do some cooking. I'm starting to get used to it. I'm just using some seeded bread, so it stays healthy as well. I'm going to grill it.
Is there a flame? Yes, there's a flame. Can you see the blue light? Can you see it?
I hear a lot of sixth formers sometimes saying, I still make that bread pizza, miss, when I get home. So that part of it, when there's a snack that can be made by somebody who's remembered 5, 6 years ago what to do, is great.
Fingers behind the blade. A little bit of a sawing action when you start. There you go. Okay, well done. Make sure you cut it right through. Okay, you comfortable with that? Did you?
This is the first time I've actually got to cook in school. It's like the second best lesson beside PE.
Okay, right boys, listen. Remember I said the grill cooks very, very quickly. Look at the pizza, it's a bit crispy, isn't it? Okay, so you need to make sure that if you don't want it as crispy as that, make sure that you take it out very quickly. Very good. You're happy with that? Yeah. Now wait for it to cool down and then clean up inside.
I'm piping avocado onto puff pastry. It's fun, but it's like really nervous because like part of your exam and everything.
At the moment we have Year 11 doing Assessment 2, their final practical, which is worth 25% of their total GCSE grade. They've planned it for an hour, they're cooking it for 2 hours, and they will evaluate their success in another hour.
I'm just making a goat's cheese crostini on the salad and a chicken breast with ham and mozzarella cheese. And I'm just making some balsamic reduction.
I'll take the middle bit. That is sublime. Perfect. Well done. We have probed it, have we?
I haven't probed it, but it has been in there for quite a long time, so it should be done.
Good. Not pink. Bit of bacon. They all go together nicely. Potatoes are well cooked. And so are the vegetables. Good nutritive balance, good colour. You've done very well.
Thanks.
Thank you.
We're trying to get the community as a whole involved, not just the students. And this is part of your Healthy Schools criteria.
Matthew's going to do the spaghetti bolognese, James is going to do the salad. So we'll have a ready-made tea, hopefully.
Well, this is going to be the base of a lemon cheesecake. I've started off with hobnobs and melted butter, and then I'm going to make the topping and then put them all in, and then when I take them out it should be in the shape of a heart.
Hold it, saw it from the top, saw it, back and forth.
Right, we just make sure it's just bubbling. There you go. Just want some bubbles around the outside. Okay? Well done. And then I think you can just leave it and keep coming back and checking it. There are some students who are genuinely interested in cooking skills. So they're the ones that come along.
Well, I'm cooking it for my mum and dad because they're ill and it might cheer them up.
Cooking used to be, as far as technology was concerned, a bit of a nasty word. It's not now. It is coming back, and for very good reasons.
I just can't keep my eyes off this salad.
There's been an element of good fortune in that finding the right people at the right time, willing to invest so heavily and taking it forward. And then in Chris Willingale, somebody who's prepared more than that, but to literally go the extra mile and spread good practice to other schools.
Come on, thoroughly cleared up, everything away, neat and tidy, ready for tomorrow. Thank you very much.
What keeps me going, basically, is seeing little Johnny go out of that room with a big smile, with flour on his trousers, having enjoyed a lesson, having learned how to cook something, albeit basic, and having said to me, "Thanks, miss, that was great." That's what keeps me going, and I think it'll keep me going for a few years longer.